right, shalom, shalom. Sheesh. All right, shalom, shalom. Hey, before I get started, I want to give all the glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwarash. Hey, double honors unto my apostles and others, a great millstone. Peace and safety to all the sincere Akim that's out here pushing this word in truth and all sincerity. Shalom to all you all. Hey, shalom, Ak. Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Barakatah. All right. Another, what is today? December the 15th, 2024. Another speaking in the spirit. Lord willing, this is edifying and spiritual. And in the spirit, you know. Salakia, she's been dealing with technical difficulties with these phones. All right. Loading up my, again, using my girl phone. Give me 1 second. But we're gonna get to it, you know. The world is as it has been, is spiraling out of control. Matter of fact, let's open up with that. That's a good one. Let's go to Amos. Amos 8 and 11. All right, and it reads, "Behold, the days cometh, saith the Lord, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor thirst for water, but of hearing the word of the Lord." And that hearing, when you go into the word here, Shemai is a word that is interchangeable for to hear, like I hear you, like Shemai, and then also to understand. So a famine of understanding, and not just understanding of the truth of the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, because these words are hidden off from the masses of the people anyway. So what understanding as well is going to be hidden, and there's going to be a famine of it. Understanding really what the hell is going on right around you. You understand? Everybody's in complete confusion. But again, their pride won't allow them to say so. These people are too proud to admit that they don't know what the hell is going on, and it makes them nervous. That would be a step towards humility. That would be a step towards in the right direction where Yahweh Shem Yahushai can actually deal with you. But instead, everybody feel like they have the answer. All right? They have the answer. They have the way. All right? That's why the scriptures say, let Yahweh Shem Yahushai be true and let man be lie. All right? The only truth out here is these scriptures. And being that most of these people don't have the truth of the scriptures, what happens? They're in utter confusion. Matter of fact, let's get that. Let's get that real quick. Let's get that. Isaiah 60 and 1. And it says, "Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, the gross darkness the people. But the Lord shall arise upon thee." Who is the thee? The elect, his men. All right, starting with the men. All right, read Daniel's the 12th chapter. Okay. "And upon thee, and the glory shall be seen upon thee." All right. But these people out here, the mass majority of these people are in gross darkness. You know? They're in gross darkness. All right? Let's look up that term. What does that mean to be in gross darkness? Yeah, see, this is what AI has to say about gross darkness. All right, and it says is a figurative term that refers to intense or extreme darkness. It is often used in literature or poetry to create a sense of fear, mystery, or gloom. You understand? So that, again, that is the going back to Amos, the 8th chapter, and dealing with the fact that the majority of these people don't have any understanding of what's going on. That's why these drone sightings, we're going to talk about that for a second. These drone sightings around the world, specifically in America, are bugging people the hell out. You know? All right, whether they are drones, man-made drones, or whether they are, as Esau, the so-called white man, calls them, UFOs, which are just the chariots of the Lord. All right, Ezekiel prophesied about these things. Ezra prophesied about these things. John, the Revelator, in the book of Revelation, prophesied about these things. Isaiah prophesied about these things. These ships have been being prophesied. They're all throughout the scriptures. But one way or the other, whether they are Esau, the so-called white man, doing this through the inspiration of Yahweh Shem Shai, or it's directly from the Heavenly Father and his chariots, his vehicles of the heavens, will be time will show. But nevertheless, the majority of people are bugging the hell out about them. Okay, you got state officials requesting that these things be shot down out the sky. You know, people are pointing fingers. All right, but again, it says it is often used in literature or poetry to create a sense of fear, mystery, or gloom. In the Bible, gross darkness appears in Isaiah 60 and 2, which says, "For behold, the Lord shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people." All right? What is this? I'm just reading what AI has to say about this, okay? All right? So again, it says in the Bible, it says a reference to the darkness of ignorance, idolatry, superstition, false doctrine, false worship that covered the world before the light of the gospel broke out. And that's what's happened. See, the only light out here is the light of Yahweh Shem Shai, which is the men of the Lord teaching. And we believe through faith that that's mainly out of the men of Great Millstone. Ask your AI what they say about Great Millstone. Shalom, shalom. All right? The elite know where that light is coming from. That's why they're doing their most to try to darken us out, keep us on the back burner. But it's too late. All right? Christianity is not the light. Christianity is a machine to push out gross darkness. All right? It's 2024 and you got a bunch of you stupid Christians right now buying up Christmas trees. After how many decades of people, how many years has this word been coming out and people been telling you across the globe in different factions of life that what? This whole goddamn putting a fir tree in your house is demonic. It has nothing to do with the Bible, but you're still doing it. That's gross darkness. You're in gross darkness. False doctrine, false idolatry. All right? All right, it says, a reference to the distress that Christians states will experience when the lights break forth. A sign that it is time to arise, shine, and light up the world. Right. That's what we're here to do. Matter of fact, let's get that in the scriptures. What is that? The Lord said that in Matthew. All right. Let me get that. This is Matthew 5 and 14. And it says, ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Who's the light of the world? This is not, you know, your pork eating auntie and uncle, all right, that's got a Christmas tree in they goddamn living room, all right, that think January the 1st at midnight brings in the new year. The light is the prophets of the Lord, bringing the understanding of these prophecies to the world. That's the light, all right? That Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai blessed these different men, starting with our apostles and elders, to do what? Shine that light on the world, all right? Like I said, even I didn't come out last week because, like I said, it was brick, and I was dealing with technical difficulties. Like I said, I'm using my rib phone right now. But even where I'm at teaching, it's a trail behind me. You know, I'm in a hedged area. But even so, when I was coming out here about a month ago, man, it was as dead as it is right now. But the last few weeks, what happens? All type of bike runners and trail runners and homeless people and shit. Because why? That's the light of the world. Brothers know. Shout out to the brother and I, back home in Atlanta. We know, we've seen it. We've seen it in multiple cases of us teaching in and out of Atlanta in different parts. We go to random places and it be a dead zone. And then out of nowhere, it picks up and now you got all kind of light and people walking around and people, you know, doing all types of matters of shit around where we were once in a dark zone. Because that's light, like a moth drawn to the flame. You know, that's the way love goes. What did Janet Jackson say? Like a moth to the flame. We're the flame. We represent the flame of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And all these critters and bugs and roaches and all these night crawlers and animals. That's what the scriptures consider you people as. Right? Unclean beast. Come out to the freaks come out at night. They drawn to the light. You understand? Hey, matter of fact, I'm gonna make you a hold on. Bear me 1 second. I'm making you, if you can hear it now, making you a mediator, you know what the fuck it is. You got a wrench, you know, just in case you see some BS on the screen, whatever you log in, just block it. You already know. All right, but let's see. Let's get back to it. Yeah. All right. Reading Matthew 5:14 again. And it says, ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Right. And hills represent smaller governments. Mountains represent massive governments. See, this is a small thing that we're building right now. All right. See, a lot of times Jake get caught up in the numbers game. They want to see 100. Matter of fact, they want to see 350,000 men going hard so they could be like, all right, well, then 144,000, that means some are going to fall. They want to see the numbers of it. All right. When in reality, this is a little sanctuary. Don't worry about the count. Don't worry about that. Worry about your own. Yeah. Shalom. Worry about your own salvation. Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. See, a brother shared, and that brother, shalom to that brother Nah, he had me kind of bugged out a little bit. About a week ago, he sent me a video that I did, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, damn near at this point, about what if you had to teach by yourself, you know? And I was doing that video then about a fake ass nigga that was in the camp that went out and taught, but the message still stood, you know? And then here I am, you know, X amount of years later, in a situation where I got to figure it out, you know? I'm not put out of the camp, nothing that crazy, but I'm in my own location where I don't have I don't have brothers around me, you know? But what does that mean? That light still got to shine, man. You know, the light still got to shine no matter where you at, no matter what going on. That light got to shine, man. It's a responsibility. You know, you got to, as the scriptures say, Matthew the 25th chapter, you got to trim your lights. Trim that. You got to make sure your oil is on point. All right, let's keep going in the reading. But the point of it all is that we're just we're a hill that's going to be set above all mountains sooner than later. But it takes time. All right. And it says, verse 15, and it says, neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. Verse 16, let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. And that's what this is. This is just me at my moment of time in the world, right? All right, in the Okomeo, all right, the whole world, and part of the cosmos of Israel, this world. This is my time right now to shine the light of the Lord onto the people. That's why I said weeks ago, when you start to realize the spirituality of this, hey man, wherever the Lord moves you to teach, just teach. That's why a lot of you men that are on the sideline, you know, afraid to jump in the game, hey man, find a place that you're comfortable with teaching, because at the end of the day, that's the spirit of the Lord. Every camp is not meant to be in the heart of something. You know, you just in the, you know, that's where the word evolved from. It evolved from that, going back to the 90s of, you know, the chief place of concourse is online. At this point, it's evolved. It's not about, now, do we go out? Absolutely, as you should. That's what I'm saying is. Shine your light. You'll be surprised. Like I said, you thinking you in a cut, and the whole time, the Lord just manifests in background, NPCs and all types of characters. To what? To be a witness on this. All right? Let's read that again, because this lines up with Isaiah 60, and it lines up with Amos, the 8th chapter. Remember, that's what we're building off of. All right? It says, neither let your light shine before men. Right? Each man of the Lord represents a light. It's a candlestick. In this thick, gross darkness. Remember, that's what we went into. Figuratively, let's look that up again if I still got that pulled up. The gross darkness is a reference to the darkness. This is the AI's speech on it. A reference to the darkness of ignorance. There's never been a time where people have been more ignorant to what's going on. All right? A lack of understanding. All right? Ignoring what's important. All right? Idolatry. We're in the season of, this is the season of idolatry. What do you think Christmas is? Jack Black just did a movie that came out a few weeks ago. I think it's called Dear Santa. But in the movie, the child basically spells, instead of spelling Santa, S-A-T-A-N, he spelled it Santa, S-A-N-T-A, Santa. Instead of spelling it that way, he spelled it Satan. So he sent his Christmas letter and put it in the mailbox, and it went to Satan. And Satan appeared in a Krampus-like appearance and gave him wishes to get his soul. They're not even hiding what this storylines are all about. It's idolatry. That's just one example. Then a few days after the 25th, you niggas is gonna be December the 31st with your with your 2025 glasses on and a top hat, hitting those little things, drinking Corbair champagne, thinking you doing something, talking about it's the new fucking year. All you're doing is giving glory to Janus, the Roman goddess Janus. Look it up. 'Tis the season to be idolaters. That's what the season is. Which means you're ignorant, which means you're in gross darkness. All right? And it says superstitions, What the fuck you think is what the fuck is a mistletoe? What is a mistletoe? Think about these things. It was at Acts 17 and 16. Now while Paul waited for them at Athens, his spirit was stirred in him when he saw, when he saw the city wholly given to idolatry. Yeah. That's what we seeing. The whole city of Babylon is given to idolatry. Then you're going to have you niggas on January the 1st. Y'all, if you a certain age, you already know what time it is, man. These niggas going to come January the 1st with they big-ass pot of collard greens and black-eyed peas. The black-eyed peas represents whatever it represents, and the greens represent money. And you niggas been broke for the last 50 years in America. Eating greens and black-eyed peas every January the 1st. That's superstition. A lot of you niggas can't go, you gotta eat your collard greens and black-eyed peas. Just to be a broke-ass nigga from January the 2nd to January the 1st of the next year. Fuck out of here. False doctrine. Oh, this is the time of the year that's all about the children. And false worship. Yeah. Jesus Christ was born December 25th, and like, what the fuck? It doesn't say none of that. That's false worship. Okay? So again, let's go back to this Matthew 5 and 16. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. Think not that I come to destroy the law or the prophets. I have come not to destroy, but to fulfill. And these Christians, these gross darkians, will see this and, oh no, the Lord already, that's why we don't got to keep the law. Well, it says that the Lord said that he think not that I come to destroy the law or the prophets. What does that mean? The big prophecy is that the Lord would fill this place up with chariots, which you people ignorantly call UFOs. That's prophecy that a lot of you are ignorant of. That's why you're bugged out about what's going on in Jersey. You haven't seen shit yet, people. When you read in 2nd Ezra, Ezra saw a so-called UFO, a chariot of the Lord, he couldn't see the end of it from one end to the other end. He couldn't see where it began, and he couldn't see where it ended at. It makes me think of ID4, Independence Day, the second part, when that mothership showed, or in the movie it's a mothership, but a fathership appeared, and not the first Independence Day with Will Smith, but the second one with his so-called son in it. And that UFO came on the earth, and it covered up half the earth. And that's probably still not even giving it glory, giving it justice to how big this ship that's going to come to this place. I don't know, man. Y'all are bugging out. You're ignorant. You don't know. The scriptures already told us that there would be signs in the heavens. Matter of fact, let's get that. And I'm not going to be able to go too much longer. Like I said, I thought I was going to use one phone. Ended up having to use another phone. I don't have a charger. So I'm making do with what I can. Lord willingly, I'll continue on inside it a little bit, you know. But, damn. Lost my train of thought. We'll ever come back, Lord willingly. All right. Now let's go back to that Amos. It's Amos 8 and 11. Behold, the days cometh, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, that I will send a famine in the land, not of a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing, understanding the words of the Lord. And see, all of this goes into the words of the Lord. Everything is prophetic. While you're thinking that the words of the Lord are just, Jesus wept. And remember Lot's wife, and, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Your favorite, John 3:16 scriptures. T-shirtable scriptures, right? All of this deals with the word of the Lord. And a lot of you are going to find out the hard way. All right? So again, let's get that in Revelation. Let's hit a few scriptures dealing with this what is that? Revelation what is that in Revelation? Revelation 12. Matter of fact, now before I get that, let's get that in Revelation 1. This is Revelation 1 and 7. And it reads, behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all the kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so, amen. Let me read that again and break it down. Revelations 1 and 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds. That's not talking about these. That's not talking about that. All right. This is a metaphor for the chariots of the Lord. All right. UFOs, as you like to call them. And they're going to cover the sky like the clouds. Behold, he cometh with clouds. It ain't talking about rain clouds. See, that's another reason Christianity and your false doctrine have you believing that he's coming back on a kumbaya, Woodstock type of energy. He's just gonna come back riding a soft, fluffy cloud like this is Mario or something, and playing your favorite 90s jams and hitting the electric slide with you niggas. No, he's coming back with a military force, and there's speculation that a lot of this drone activity is Space Force activity. That's just a rumor. I'm not putting it out there as a fact, but they're saying that a lot of that has to do with the Space Force. We ain't heard shit about the Space Force since Trump announced they ass. What's the uniform look like? When have you ever seen a nigga walking down the street in Walmart when Memorial Day just passed a few months ago? Labor Day, Memorial Day, shouldn't we have been saluting you Space Force niggas? And we want to, thank you for your service to America. No. But please believe they asses is out here doing shit. All right? And it says that his chariot shall be, Revelation, and it says, and every eye shall see him. Right. See, when the Lord sends his son back to deliver the elected, to bring destruction on this place, it ain't going to be only your asses in South Carolina gonna see a chariot, or only you in California gonna see the Lord's the chariot of the Most High, or only you in Africa. That's how you know it's BS. See, what the Lord plans on doing is everybody everywhere, as the scripture says, is gonna look up and see the Lord. You're gonna see that ship, whether you in the Pacific Northwest, whether you in India, whether you in Australia, whether you in Africa, everybody gonna look up and see the same thing. Understand that. All right? And it says, and they also which pierced him, which is prophetic, which is this is a reincarnation, excuse me. Those who pierced him, the Roman soldiers who pierced him. All right? And you niggas that was back there too, talking about that was calling for it. All right? Those that pierced him, they ain't no 2,500 year old goddamn man walking on the planet Earth. Roughly, you know my math. I'm just over 2,000 years old, just walking on the earth, decrepit, because the Lord won't let him die. No, this is reincarnation. Those that pierced it is probably somebody in the UN military, the EU military. Might be in the Navy SEAL, some top military man. All right. Woo. Pacific Northwest wind ain't no joke. All right. And it says, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. And when you go deeper in this, I'm not going to get it for the time's sake. This is going into you Israelites. See, you kindreds is you Israelites. All around the world, but specifically here in Babylon, because the Lord got a real heavy judgment for this place. The Lord, you're going to be the main ones wailing. Because what? Jake has already told y'all. We've already told y'all what it is. Fuck you niggas, man. Go get a job. Go get a job. And what the fuck do you niggas do on Saturdays except be losers and weirdos and doing stupid home improvement projects all the goddamn time? You niggas don't do shit on your Saturdays either. But you got the nerve to say that what we doing is unproductive. Fuck out of here. That's why you gonna be crying in that day, because the Lord gonna put it in your, he gonna decalcify your little dried up cranberry for a pineal gland and moisturize it enough to tell your ass how off you are and how much the Lord hates your ass, and that one guy that you were listening to 3, 4, 5 years ago, 6 years, 10 years ago that was telling you that you were a Hebrew Israelite was right. Don't cry now, nigga. That's what the Lord gonna be in your ear. He gonna be taunting your ass, talking big boy shit. He gonna be cursing your ass out in an intensive action verb stem. All right? That's an inside joke. It's gonna be intensive action. He ain't just gonna beat your ass. When you look into the scriptures, when the Lord speaks, it's in like an intensive action sense. He don't just tell you he gonna, man, and I beat your ass. That's how Jake talk. No, he gonna beat your ass until there's nothing left of you. That's intensive. He gonna beat your ass until you're left into a powder. He gonna beat your ass until you're left but mush on the ground. And then even then we can't put it into the proper terminology to how the Lord gonna fuck you people up, man. All right? Let's read this in Jeremiah 4:13. Behold, he shall come up as clouds, and his chariot shall be as a whirlwind. And when you look at these videos, they're like, it's a wheel within a wheel, like Ezekiel was saying. It's turning, doing unthinkable motions in the sky. And his horses are swifter than eagles. Woe unto us, for we are spoiled. Yeah, that's why I said they're swifter than eagles. These chariots of the Lord, these sightings, these videos, you can see that they're moving in ways that aren't your regular ass airplane. When you get into a goddamn Delta plane and your ass is flying across the sky, all your ass can do is go straight. Your ass ain't never been in no airplane and that nigga make a quick, swift turn to the left or toward the right. Them planes ain't meant to do that. So you know damn well if you see something in the sky doing this, I seen a video of a chariot doing that in the sky. It's just moving left and right like this. It was just going back and forth like this. What the fuck type of plane actions? Ain't no jets doing that. Ain't no B-52 bombers, planes. I don't give a fuck about none of that. That shit ain't doing none of that. So you people gonna learn what these clouds are that the scriptures are speaking on, man. All right? That's what I wanted to get. The water you how about Shimmy show. I'm probably gonna close up here in a second too. Through. Ooh, that's right. That was Jeremiah. I want to go to Jeremiah 10. Jeremiah 10:2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the ways of the heathens, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathens are dismayed at them, and these chariots are signs in the heavens. You remember they showed us that in Independence Day, the first one. You had that stripper bitch, and Vivica was telling her ass, man, don't go, I got a bad feeling. And what did her little pasty white ass do in Independence Day, the first one? She took her ass out there with a WWE poster board and went on the top of a building and was talking about E.T. come home or take me home with you. And she was one of the first ones to get zapped by that plasma beam. Got zapped on top of that building. All right? We're not supposed to be dismayed at them. See, you see it and you, hey man, that's the Lord, you take that as a sign of faith. See, man, that's the spirit, that's real. Keep it pushing. You're not supposed to worship these and, get chariot demons on you. Now you're worshiping the creature more than the creator, as the scriptures speak. The creator is the one that made those objects, those vehicles for those angelic vehicles for the Lord. The Lord created. Romans, the 1st chapter. Worship the creator more than the creature. Those vehicles are still creations of the Lord. Right? So again, now let's go back to Revelation, and I'm probably gonna close up here in a second. Like I said, my phone is about to die, and I'll probably continue on a little bit. All right, what is that? Revelation 12. I want to get. Revelation 12:7, and it says, "And there was a war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon." Who's the dragon? The dragon represents, you could say the dragon represents Esau, but really it represents his military might. It represents the EU, which is the modernized version of ancient Rome. Okay? So he's going to fight against this conglomerate of Esau. All right? And fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought against his angels. Right. You had Ronald Reagan, when he was alive years ago in his presidency, said that he created the Star Wars program or something to that extent. And that basically, if there was a appearance of creatures coming from outside of our atmosphere, that basically if we all would have to put all of our differences to the side and go to fight against that. Right? And that's what that is. Because, see, it's going to become a time where the whole World War III and all that fighting against each other and paying attention to trying to create this new world order, that shit going to stop. See, when that sky gets cracked by Yahweh Shem Yahushai and his angels, it's going to create such a turmoil amongst these nations that they're going to stop fighting each other and go to fighting against Yahweh Shem Yahushai and his angels. But it ain't going to be much of a fight. It's just going to be a fight. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be a fight, but it ain't like they caught one of ours. You know, we took some casualties of war, losses on our side. Man, listen. Ain't nothing that's coming from up there going to take a loss or be defeated. All right? Us that on this plane, some of us, we may pass away. But even in that, the scriptures speak about there being a defeat. We defeated death if we are in Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So if you in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, there is no death. The Lord will raise you up. But what's coming from there? Oh, it ain't going to be no L's on that side. Esau done caught an angel. Get the fuck out of here, man. Or he done scratched Yahushai. Yahushai said, I come not as a man. Lord ain't coming back in a fragile body that can, you done caught him and showing that he's human. You know how they show you those movies where you cut him with a sword. It's like, you caught me. That ain't happening. All right? This devil is going to lose in terrible fashion. All right? Hey, so with that, I'm going about 40 minutes. Like I said, my phone is about to die. Like I said, I'm still working on the technical difficulties of this. But Lord willing, I'll be back on in a few hours inside continuing this. Like I said, my southern ass is freezing. But hey, man, like I say, another video I saw in the spirit while it's on me of dealing with this subject matter, the so-called white man who deals with UFOs on TikTok was saying that he believes all of this is just a sign of things to come. Going into 2025, man. 2025 is only going to get worse, man. What year has been better for you? Each year it gets worse. Each year it gets more complicated. Each year it gets more, man, come on, man. It's actually kind of poetic the way that this year is ending, because go back, like I said, this world tries to keep us with so much fluff of bullshit. We don't get to keep an eye out on what happened. How many of y'all remember the alien sighting or so-called alien sighting in the Miami Mall? That was the top of January 2024. We're about a year away from that. That was the big thing that brought the year in, was the sighting, the hysteria in the Miami Mall. And look at the hysteria that's happening now because of these drone sightings. Hell, I'm out here in Washington. There was drone sightings in Spokane. Spokane is about 2 hours from me, 3 hours from me, Spokane, Washington. There's been sightings all over this fucking place. All right? And don't be surprised. They were talking about this years ago. One of the first conspiracies I learned when I was, I'm talking about 2008, was about Project Bluebeam, 8144. That's a spirit. All praise Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Project Bluebeam and Esau's ability that he's going to basically put on a show in the skies and deceive you people. All right, but the scriptures say even if it would be possible, even the very elect would be deceived. That's how serious this sighting is going to get to. They talking about these drone sightings. These drones are the size of Escalades. These ain't the little baby drones that you could buy from Radio Shack or Walmart and give to your son or do photography with. You understand? All right. Yeah, that's a spirit. See? Hey, Kabari Carr spoke about that Miami situation. Hey, that's a spirit. That's a spirit. The way that the year begun, it begun with a lot of mysterious shit happening, and it's ending with mysterious shit happening within the cosmos, within the Shemayim, the heavens. So next year might be a mysterious things occurring. Newly created things. All right. So with that, man, I'm gonna go ahead and close up here. Hey, Shalom with the water, brothers. I love you, brothers. I love you, sincere brothers. I pray for you. Pray for me. I want to give all the glory and honor to Yahweh, B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, B'Hashem Rakak Warash. Hey, double honors unto my apostles and elders, a great millstone. Peace and safety to all you, sincere Akif. Shalom to all of you, man. Keep pushing, man. Keep pushing. The darkest hour is right before the dawn, man. Keep pushing. Whatever you going through, just deal with it and pray. And the Lord go get us through it, man. So with that, I want to say shalom.